Hello. Thank you for those that hung in there with us. We're having some issues with the connection, which seem to be repaired right now. So we will get back at it in just a second when I get Q back online. Hold on, I'm sorry. 1 second. You can hop back on. But so far though, the episode was dope in my opinion because we had a great example of taking accountability for your life, and your journey to I don't know, I don't want to say to greatness, but just kind of like to being a whole person. Like you can have a lot of difficulties in your life, right? You can overcome a bunch of stuff, but if you are just kind of sitting in the the negativity of it all, you won't necessarily prosper. You won't really be able to overcome that or even just move past it, right? Like how can you raise kids and be a productive adult if you constantly dwelling on bad things that happened to you in the past, you know? We got to grow from the things that we go through. Also, since we're starting back up again, I think it makes sense to say um people who come on this platform, they are gracious enough to share their stories, share their testimonies with us. So you may hear some cursing, you may hear some racy topics. Things might come across a little rough because people are sharing it, as they wish. It's their story, it's their testimony. So we allow them that artistic license to express it however it comes out. So, just please respect, give them some grace, and we want to allow people to tell their stories the way they want to. And again, we apologize for um the technical difficulties and the interruption, but we're experiencing some internet and connection issues, so we're working through those. So thank you so much for your patience and hanging in there, but we're getting it back cracking momentarily. um Also, I appreciate the engagement. Before we got interrupted, we had a lot of engagement in the comments. We had a bunch of people watching. That is much appreciated, much appreciated. Because although we take the time and effort to provide the content, we still wouldn't necessarily have this platform if it wasn't for the subscribers, the followers, the viewers. Otherwise, I mean, what are we doing it for? Just because we just feel like talking? I mean, that is a thing, but at the same time, it's really not. So I appreciate every eye that's on this podcast and every podcast we have on the Unwrap channel. And here on the Unwrap channel, we have a show pretty much every day. Mondays we have Whoop De Whoop. It's a sports podcast, sports the way you're supposed to get it. Today, Tuesday, we have the Trust Tree. Um, does Tino still do it on Wednesday? Cooking up with Nino. That's 3:30, right? 3:30 Central Standard Time. Monday, Tuesday, both of those shows 8:30 Central Standard Time. Thursday, that's oh damn, Wednesday, mic drop. That is a video review show with Shadow Master MC and Annihilation. That is at 8:30 Central. Thursday, does Nino again? No, is that these effing dudes? These effing dudes, 8:30, Heat Detector and DJ Ace Vito. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. Friday, we got the flagship show, Unwrap the Podcast, 8:30 Central Standard Time. Saturday, we got these two cooking up with Nino again at 3:30. Then at 6:30, we got these two bitches with myself and Ange 13. Then at 8:30, we got Can It Kick It with Swipe God and also Heat Detector. Now on Saturdays, those shows sometimes fluctuate in time, so please have grace. Just be patient with us. And then Sunday we have the check-in, and that's with Heat Detector. That's at 8:30 Central Standard Time. So for the most part, every day the shows are at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Unwrap, we own that time slot. Please believe it. Nino is at 3:30. So, and then these two bitches can't be at 8:30 because it's already show at 8:30. So it's at 6:30. So every day, 8:30, fuck with us. We'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell everybody about Unwrap the Podcast. Aside from these technical difficulties, it's usually cracking over here, you know? And this coming off of a week hiatus because we had some smoke with YouTube, which we don't want. We don't want anymore. We appreciate everybody hanging in there with us and coming back. Shout out to Nino Esco. Yo. What's up with Q, man? Again, thank you for everybody out there hanging in there. We here, shout out, Unwrap. Absolutely. Absolutely. We out here putting in work, trying to drop various gems across various different platforms, various different methods for the people out there. Excuse me for a second. Ooh. That was dry as hell. On the real. Shout out to the trust tree. Thank you, Nino. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. This shit is weird as hell. It's really fucking weird.
You know what I mean? So that means it's reposted. Like,
yo. Can you hear me okay?
Yo. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. You sound fabulous. All right. Okay, so before we got interrupted, the connection was bad. We was talking about appreciating connections and relationships, considering that's, you know, pretty much, you know, what you were striving for. But then when they fall apart, you know, like, are you able to recover from that really quickly, or is it something that you kind of sit in for a while?
Say that again. I couldn't hear you right quick. Say that again, please.
Yeah. So the connection, you know, like the partnership, the different things that we strive for in our relationships, you know, meeting people and partnering up and however you want to call that, you know, it's good when it's good, but then when they break bad for whatever reason, do you find that you can recover from that very quickly, or is it something that you sit in for a while, you blame yourself, however you deal with that?
Nah, I ain't with sitting and will over nothing, man, because I've been there. I know what pain is, man. So I'm a solution oriented type individual. Anytime I see, you know, sometimes I may overdo it. I could just be reading body language wrong for, you know, prison aspects, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever my past experience was. You know what I mean? And I might be reading the body language language wrong, and that shit may get her frustrated. I done had that happen many a times. She'd be like, "Yo, ain't nothing wrong. Like, what the fuck I said?" You know what I'm saying? But when you used to certain body language and certain, you know what I'm saying, it make you feel a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But again, everybody ain't conditioned the same way to expect, you know, a lot of fucked up shit around every corner. So for
Yeah.
whatever reason, I still just stay optimistic, you know?
Yeah. When you got out of prison, right? Because you know, your whole life you kind of been adjusting to different types of institutionalization. That's a word. When you got out, how was that?
I mean, it was different every time. See, I didn't do all my shit straight through, you know. I consistently, you know, got out, pop in, you know. I come out like, you know, one bid, I was home like 97 days. You know, no, I'm lying. First one, it was 6 months. I was home like 6 months in a week. Then the second one, 97 days. Then the third one, I was home about 8 months. You know what I'm saying? But every single time, see, I was playing as if I was trying to play catch up with my past, not respecting the fact that life move on without you. You know what I'm saying? No matter, see, and when you bidding, our strongest memory is our last memory. You know, so good or bad, we understand it from that. But life done took its fucking course. You know, you just wasn't there to experience it. So we come home and especially in a scenario like mine where it ain't no family. So it's no situation that been a part of that whatever rhythm. And you just get in the groove of things. Nah, it's always a new adventure, a brand new, you know.
Mhm.
So, but for me, again, that shit was always, you know, negativity first because that was the lifeline. It wasn't like that was the first option. Hell no. But when you don't got that family setting, you know, I'm not coming home to no fucking hug and all that other shit. Ain't no, you either going to a shelter, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a program or some shit, or a halfway house or a three-quarter house or whatever, man. You got to get it from the ground up for real, you know? So
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
that was it. I
Oh.
mean,
So considering that, we touched on a little bit earlier about, how, you kind of gave up hope when you were really young, and then going through all that, right? How did you find like your
mhm.
purpose, your like your daily motivation in life?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I guess you know. I don't know. God. See, I ain't no biblical ass dude, man. That's why I be saying my Jesus got gold teeth, man. Because a lot of this shit I don't understand for whatever reason. That's why I said that, like that footprints poster. He just been guiding the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other way I could explain it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't been no other guidance. So it just been me learning by trial and error. You know what I'm saying? And through the grace of God, you know what I'm saying? Uh 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 my errors ain't put me in a detrimental situation where either one, I'm dead, or two, I'm in prison for life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And always gave me another chance to dream again. You to always, you know, spread my love. That's how I always been.
Yeah. I
That
you
shit
know,
is a
you,
gift and a curse. You know what I mean?
yeah, like and being so positive and optimistic. um when I just recently have had a bunch of conversations with Tony, from the Grief Network, the Global Grief Network, and like him too. Like, it's a lot of grim situations,
Yeah, shout
like,
out Tony, man. He been through a lot of shit.
yeah, a lot of despair, and it's like
Yeah,
y'all some of the most like positive people, and I love shit like that because you when you kind of like reset your intention, you know what I'm saying, you just your intention is to be positive and to spread light and to not put your shit on other people, you know what I'm saying, however you can control that. Like, I feel like that kind of, it reorders your steps, right? It puts you on a different path, and you may not necessarily be a millionaire, you know what I'm saying, but like little small simple shit, you appreciate that in your life when you kind of change your outlook, and just shit just starts to happen different for you, you know what I'm saying, like you start to live life,
definitely,
you know that
definitely.
that type
Yo,
of
see,
that.
I used to always say, you know, the whole, you know, wanting to just love and be loved back.
Mhm.
Man, you know, that shit ain't even it's you know, love is built. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
don't get
agree
me
with that.
wrong, you know, magic happened out of nowhere, but love is built, man.
I agree with that.
And looking at that shit in all reality, man, you know, the common denominator for the majority of the scenarios I've experienced and what I've been going through, you know, everybody just want to be appreciated, man. You
Mhm.
know, everybody. That's what it is. That's the day. That's the day and age we in. When you know the time. Well, I could just say, you know, certain individuals such as myself that don't feed off of the internet or feed off of, you know, I don't need attention.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I like to
Yeah.
make situations happen and sit in the dark right there while the situation happen and enjoy it. That make me feel good watching this life how I was rocking that night.
Yeah.
You get what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like how you saw me in real life, like loving to bring have other people enjoy the formula, even though I'm enjoying the formula. We got that shit lit upstairs.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You rocking the podcast, vibing with people, man. We was having fun.
Yeah. That shit was
You
a whole
know?
vibe. Shout out to Mr. 20%.
Yeah, man.
Also, Steph JK in the comments, she said that she couldn't imagine getting out of prison and coming home to no family. And that is an amazing point, right? Because considering all of that, right? Not really knowing what what a family unit really looks like, right? Or at least experiencing what it feels like to genuinely be part of it. Because you said like you was part of a foster situation where there was they were nicer people, but they had their own family, you know what I'm saying, and they was doing family shit. But like now you have your own children, and you've got to fight through all of that shit and just figure it out. Like for real. Like what was that like? Like when you found out you was having your first kid, were you terrified? Like what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
No, man, I was a fucking for hell no. Like, man, I got a baby, man. Listen here, at that time, you feel like you could conquer the world, man. Shit, I was 17. I'm selling crack, a mile a minute. Got the little blazer and shit. I got a grown ass bitch, 26 years old. Man, I
Damn.
thought I was running the world, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was doing my goddamn thing, not even knowing that I was bamboozled, hoodwinked, run amok, hustled hard. You know what I'm saying? But shit. Nah, I ain't never look at that shit. Yo, I loved every element of having my child, man. I used to run around with my daughter on the knapsack on the front of me, man. Straight, still grinding. I'm dead serious, man. Grinding, spot, drop. That's why to this day she still love music blasting. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had my daughter with me. Yes, sir. It been many occasions that I got. Let me tell you something, man. I used to get so many. Well, I know that back then, when you're a hot boy. That's what the definition of hot boy was. Like they know you ain't got no license. You get me? And every day, so what? I'm still gonna be in corners. I'm still gonna be at the car wash taking time. Fuck that, nigga. You ain't see me behind the wheel. You know what I mean? This
Mhm.
shit registered in kinfolk name, man. So that was a regular cat and mouse game we did. Wasn't no internet. So I got so many driving without a license, possession of marijuana charges. But mad at these shits, my daughter be with me. So that was always we ain't gonna lock them up. But then I used to bring her ass to court too. So let her just go loose. First thing the judge said, who baby is that? Mine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got a case in here? Yes, I do. They bring you right on up. I go to Express Line. See, that was the first time I paid a skip. You get what I'm saying? That was the first
Mhm.
time I paid a skip. I did that shit in the regular, man. You crazy? Get it now. Got the baby with you that used to be like, yo, man, I know they ain't gonna lock me up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done let me free already. I just gotta come here and face this shit, pay this fine, whatever you gonna fucking sucker me with, and get up out of here. But this with my baby, I'm in and out. I ain't got my baby, I'm gonna be here about 4:30, man. And I'm there early as hell, 8:30 a.m. Nah.
I'm glad that
Yep.
worked
Why your
out.
mother brought you to court with her before? Your mother brought you to court with her before?
Hell no.
Oh, all right, just asking.
Like, shit. Do you think
You ain't
that?
shit. See, you see what I'm saying? How normal shit is for some?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. You know what though? When I got older, I was, in different situations, you know what I'm saying? You got a dude that's going through that type of shit or whatever, you understand. But like that shit's kind of because my thing is, what if you had a judge that had a bad fucking day, right?
You
how,
always
how
went through that.
how the fuck would that work out?
Fuck you mean? You always do that. That's when we adjourn in this shit. Oh yeah. We wasting the state time, whoever time. Oh yeah, we adjourning this. I don't agree to nothing. Fuck out here. We now that just take being institutionalized. Cause we sitting in the bullpen like this, and yeah, we gauging them. Yo, how the nigga was acting out there? Niggas come out there feeling good, niggas come back with the stupid face. Oh yeah, I'm adjourning my shit. Especially that may be that now. Another reason to adjourn your shit, especially if you pulling in behind like a pet, somebody who got a fucked up charge.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't wanna, nah, yeah, adjourn my shit. Mm-hmm. Yep. Your lawyer find out a reason. Believe that. Your lawyer understand you. Oh, this nigga funky right now. No, no, no. But guess what? Sometimes when they in a bad mood, right? That's the best time because they wanting to be assholes, so they want a conviction. All right, we ain't even go that far in this shit. Yo, how much time he trying to give me? And I know I'm on parole already. I know I'm fucked already. I know they gonna smack me with 24 months. But what can I get right now? And they gonna run it together? I take it right now. So let's say a nigga give me 3 flat. Oh yeah, let me run with that. Go on, give me that. Out of here. That shit gonna run with parole. Only thing that's gonna add on is that year at the end. Go ahead, man. All these niggas like 4, 5, whatever. You on your bed. I'm going to get that. Fuck out of here. Mm-hmm.
And you're really able to just be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do it. You like you at peace with that shit.
What you mean? You conditioned for that shit, man. Where the fuck is you going? Ain't no fat. Yo, let me tell you something. It's 4 things that people look forward to while bidding. Phone calls, visits, commissary, right? And mail.
Damn. I just want to be
Ain't
on
no
the
birthday
outside.
cards
I ain't gotta
coming
worry
for
about that
Jason,
shit.
man. You get me?
Mm.
Ain't no birthday cards coming for Jason. You get me? The visits that's coming are behind new crimes committed, basically. You got to continue hustling. You got to pay to play, period. And that's what make people come and visit you and all that. From my experiences, the regular good old, oh yeah, that's family, yo, nephew, cousin, whatever locked up, and they come in anyway, some of us don't get that.
Mm. So
So
how did that make you
same
feel
4
though?
things that the average person survive off of. I mean, what you mean? That saying you know, you can't miss what you ain't never have. What you mean? It ain't never been there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't missed that shit. So I bid it the same way I did, the way that the state conditioned me to from juvenile home, from not committing a crime and going into facilities for years. Yo, there's a big gap of 4 years and some change of me being in these maximum secure juvenile facilities before I finally was released and stabbed a nigga. You
Damn.
get me?
Mm.
Over some white Levi jeans in a fucking group home in Buffalo that they sent me to from Maston Park, another raggedy ass maximum secure. But I didn't commit no goddamn crimes. That was just a bed available.
Mm.
That they put me in a fucked up facility with a bunch of niggas who was committing crimes and bouncing off walls and all this other shit. And I had to sit here and function with these people for the weekend while telling people the truth. I ain't supposed to be here. I got school in the morning. You get me? I go to Arbor Hill Elementary School. You know what I'm saying? I play the violin. I ain't never get no trouble. Staff come in, they don't give them a breakdown of who you is. It's just another kid in the bed, man. They don't give a fuck. And guess what? You right next to a nigga who done murdered his mother.
Damn.
Just hypothetically speaking. You in the max, man, all kinds of shit. Niggas who ain't never had a parent. Just surviving. You get me?
Yeah.
And no matter what you say, no matter which one of these counselors you talk to and cry your fucking eyes out, I want to go home. That ain't your home, nigga. That's not your family. I'm sorry. It's paperwork that got to go through that, man. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
That's not your family. Yeah, man. So how many fucking times you gonna hear that shit and know that it ain't no home before you get it? So a lot of these, yeah, certain questions I don't got no answer for, man. God got that answer. That ass.
Do
I'm still
you
here for whatever reason.
when you kind of sit down and you kind of think back on your journey, right? Through the foster system, considering that, like you said, you didn't do shit. You just it was a bed available type situation. When you sit and think back to just a lot of different points in life, right? If you could pinpoint a time where if you went back right now, you as grown Q, if you could go back to your younger self and be significant and be effective, what at what point do you think it would matter for you to go back and just and give yourself some game?
Give myself some game. If I could change moments, it would be, the lady that, was supposed to adopt me, Loretta Kinzer. Shout out, man. Yo, she used to be a heroin addict. You know what I'm saying? but she loved to sing. That's the one who put that music in me. That's the one who had me modeling, the one that had me playing it. That's the one who showed me music as an outlet. She was
Mhm.
on drugs. Now, the family that we was in was like, a black prestigious family, education to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? Omega Psi Phi, um, um, women with Sigma Gamma Rho, military background, all that shit, so discipline was real. All that run around with slang and all that. No, hip hop wasn't no play. So you had to understand that along with the Baptist upbringing. And in the early 80s, this was at a time where we began to express ourselves differently and let us know, let the older generation know, at the R&B generation, yo, we got something different. I know y'all don't respect it, but we are all original. So it was a full package. It wasn't just some music. It was graffiti, it was the clothes, it was the way we walk. We used to make up bops, certain, you know what I mean? Just to
Mhm.
separate yourself and basically express yourself as the rebellious few that weren't embraced. That's what hip hop was. The rebellious few that weren't embraced, with that regular home setting. You know what I'm saying? And somehow, at that time, it wasn't about being depressed. It wasn't about if something happens bad, do you, wallow in that shit? No, it was make that shit better. What we gonna do to make that shit better? You know what I'm saying? So we did things to express ourselves and make ourselves feel good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's what the fuck music was for us. You know?
So how old were you when you was with Miss Loretta?
Shit, man. From like, I guess like I think they got me around 2, 3 years old. And then she passed away at the time I was about, 10, 11, around there. And yeah, it was crazy because, like I said, if I could go back, because she raised me, so I saw what she was expressing about that bougie ass family, right? Because she too, like, used to listen to Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, all that. She was from that genre that was the new R&B. You get me? Not
Mhm.
the Al Green and all that other shit. So she was rebellious in her way, and they ain't respect that shit really. They ain't they ain't accept it, you know? So, like, I saw the vision through her eyes as the black sheep, and make a long story short, I saw it through her. Drugs wasn't her problem. Life was her problem. Her own family didn't accept her for being all the way her. So she did different things to get into her zone. So drugs wasn't her problem. Life was her problem. Drugs was how she dealt with life, you know?
Mm.
And make a long story short, at that time, it wasn't about like the homos and all that other shit. No disrespect to nobody. But the HIV had hit the scene. And yo, what's crazy is she was on dog food crazy and went to the rehab, right? And you know how some people get in there, get their shit together. Yo, she was so serious about that shit that she became a fucking a counselor, then ultimately the assistant director of the Hope House. Well, don't
Oh
give me the line. I
wow.
don't think it was assistant director, but somewhere up there. She got up there in status. You know what I mean? To the point
Mhm.
where she got an award with Mario Cuomo. That used to be the governor back then. I remember going to that benefit where they awarded her with the plaque and all this other shit for her dedication to recovery, right?
Mhm.
But the family still looked at her from that point, like, you know what I mean? With the she was on the dog food. And the depression had her do that shit again. And guess what, man? She caught HIV from the motherfucking needle, fam. And that shit swallowed her up like that. And I
Wow.
don't even think it was just the HIV. I think it was the fucking depression. You know what I'm saying? But I never
Yeah.
forget, I was the first one she had told about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember her giving me a hug, and I was so used to her beating the shit out of nigga. I was in the tub, butt ass naked. When she had got the information and she crying and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And she called me and I came out the tub, butt ass naked, you know what I'm saying? Wet as hell, and gave it a big hug. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I think right then was when that was the beginning of, Stockholm syndrome.
Mm,
I began to love my motherfucking abuser. You know what I'm saying? Had mad scars on me from her when she ain't, whatever the fuck went on with the dog food. But it was like, damn, that one moment that she was man down, it was crazy to feeling of like happy as hell, while at the same time wanting a hug from her.
mhm.
Like, yo, I want to hug you because that's in my nature. Like, I hate to see you crying. At the same time, I hope that shit gobble your ass up so fucking fast because I can't stand you. You beat me on a regular. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, both of them feelings at once. Dead ass.
Did you
Yep.
did you stay with did you stay with her up until she passed away?
Man, listen, I went to the hospital when she passed away. They brought me out of school, went there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was there when she passed away, literally. Right? Maybe 3 days later, that's that bed available shit I was telling you about.
Mm,
Wasn't no there, wasn't no morning, wasn't a family, wasn't a transition. I had said that to a family member, a so-called family member, some years back that I said I was hustling. So I'm dealing with these people as far as, financially and shit. And they so-called showing me the love from what I'm thinking, but I never asked the right question. And one day I did. Why the fuck you ain't adopt me? You know what I'm saying? That was your sister. Why you ain't take me? And here came all the bullshit. I swear to God, I got every goddamn answer, but man, listen, every fucking answer possible. So, you like again, man, I don't think she even understood. I was conditioned already from a little kid. My feet ain't even touched the ground when I sat in a chair, when I was already conditioned to know, guess what? I'm not shopping for no motherfucking family no more. So it don't matter to me if you don't love me. You understand what I'm saying? Like for real, man. That shit done started from way back then. It don't matter to me if you love me or not, nigga. That's where music come in. That's
mhm.
normal to me. You get me? That's normal to me. Why the fuck you think I was running around that environment out there? Gave a fuck if it was the environment. Gave a fuck that even when that shit got packed and security deep as hell telling me don't go out there, I still went in the crowd dolo. Fuck that, man. That's where that shit come from, man. Like, I've been on this journey alone anyway. Fuck. If I gotta piss, I'm gonna take a piss in that alleyway. I don't give a fuck how dark it is.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't conditioned with all that other shit, so this shit just trial and error. You know what I mean? And most of the time, a nigga be too rough around the edges for a motherfucker to take the time and put some effort into or get to know or even say, yo, hold on, that nigga worth loving. Nah,
That's crazy
get to
to
the point
say
where you ain't got
some
no time to wait for that shit neither.
to say whether or not somebody is worth loving. That's crazy. But
Now I'm just saying, I'm keeping it 100.
yeah.
Meaning, at times I may come off many a time, aggressive, whatever else have you, wild, whatever else have, some people may not be used to no shit like that and they misconstrue that shit for whatever the fuck their insecurity is.
Mhm.
You get me? And instead of them trying to understand or letting that shit rock and going past that, people have made judgment calls. That's just how life be lifing.
Yeah. Yeah. Even
That
even
just
now,
that don't mean I'm an asshole. That just mean I got tired of asking, permission, you know what I'm saying, to feel good.
yeah. And conditioning yourself to not require that basically. Did that make you feel isolated?
I don't think I've ever felt isolated because I always been alone. So, you know what I mean? That shit don't stop me from being a people person. I'm good in my own skin. I'm good around others. You
Mhm.
know? Word. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I got certain things I'm supposed to be acting certain ways. I've been in groups before. I've said, I want to get in the groups with the foster people, that. I get in them shits, and never been in one group yet. Yet, and I've been on these shit, man. Listen, I've never been in one group yet where I've heard the stories of somebody from what that had the foster whatever the fuck background, no adopted whatever, and they had like a strengthening conversation. Nah, they all was depressed as fuck, man. Still sad as hell. Still blaming it like, damn, yo, guess what, man? The gig is up. I met that bitch that gave birth to me, man. That ass, and that's when at first I didn't understand it until about 6 months ago. But now I understand. Sometimes we be thinking in life, yo, damn, God, why the fuck you take that from me, man? How would this happen? Oh, it gotta be whatever. And I'm saying to myself, yo, man, I ain't never stopped looking for this lady. But guess what? Again, I ain't say the right fucking things. My name ain't never changed. I've been in the system, bitch. You been could have found me, fam. Why? You put me there.
That
You
was gonna be
still
one
the
of my next
same,
questions.
man. So I understood then, like, well, not then, just I'm gonna tell you honestly, what really got me. I was at, I worked for this company called Maximus. You know, this is just again parole house type shit. Matter of fact, I was at 37 on South Ferry Parole House. Yo, I had just, began to my daughter found her. That's the funny thing, yo. I gotta bring it something funny right quick. Yo, Jasmine found her, man. Shout out Jasmine, love you. Even though you said some crazy shit today, man, I still love you, little raggedy ass. But yo, my daughter found her. So yo, we calling her on a video together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying to myself, like, I don't know. I'm saying in my head, like, you look forward. It's your mom's first time seeing her. Like, damn, I wonder what she look like. You know what I'm saying? You try to tell yourself how you look. Oh, mom, I look like me. Man, she got on the damn video. Me and my daughter looked at each other like, nah, that can't be. Not my mama. Then it was like, oh, she got the earlobes. She got the lobes. Then once you seen the lobes, you seen other little features. I'm like, damn. Now, you know what I'm saying? Yo, my mother ugly as hell, man. Word to my mother. She got the straight sandwich, like old water balloon, saggy sandwich bag face. Like, damn, I don't know what you did with yourself, but whatever you did, you had a rough life. You know how they say, don't do like this for a long time? The frown? Yeah, I swear to God, she got the permanent bulldog, like,
Damn.
and she got the ashtray voice. Now I know where my raspy shit came from. That's God was punishing her with my voice. It wasn't even me. And I smoke bogeys now, but it wasn't even me. As soon as I spoke to her, after seeing the earlobes and a little bulldog face, but when she had spoke, Jason. Ah, yeah. Oh, fucking, yes, that's my mother. Oh, piece of shit. But yo, anyhow, make a long story short, sometimes God take you take people out your life, man. You don't
Yeah.
understand it until it's your time to understand it. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't meant to be my mother. Nah, man. And that's a crazy thing to say. But that's how you know that we all vessels, man. God gonna move you around sometimes when I fucked up. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I fucked up on that, but guess what though? I'm gonna hit you with the rebound. Yeah, he got up out my life, man. And it was crazy. You seen that? I just said that confidently.
Yeah. You
And
did.
and it's been within the last year to be able to understand that because I hated her stinking ass. I got a song about her. I hated her. But I don't hate her no more. I can't stand her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She ain't got the unconditional love hug no more. Nah, but it is what it is, and it ain't
Th-
what it ain't.
That's growth. That's growth though. You know what I'm saying? Like one might think it's some simple shit, but you should be proud of yourself for that because there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that's stuck because they can't get around, you know, that space. That's a lot.
It
That's a
ain't. I mean, it ain't no reset button. What
right.
the fuck? Again, so hold on. I never told you what it was that happened. So I'm working at Maximus, right? And
Mhm.
again, I had all of the best wishes. I had the best intentions, the best But they got a saying: the desire to want to believe can be stronger than knowing better. Anyhow, I'm working at Maximus. In this spot, you can't have your phones in there, whatever. I come out for lunch break. I got 4, 5 missed calls, but they got the voicemails. First joint, first couple. Jason, it's your mother. You all right? You know, that's the first couple, simple. Make a long story short, let me fast forward. The last motherfucking message was, Jason, it's mommy. That's the key. Mommy. You got me worried. Call me back. I love you. Yo, these is words that I've been wanting to hear my whole motherfucking life, man. Yo, man, I called that bitch like, Mom, yo, you love me? I can't even see you in real life. The fuck? The fuck you mean? Yo. Nah, I wasn't ready for that scoop. Yeah, we get to know each other, but hold up. You coming with that sucker shit? That mean you spit game, man. You spit game, man. And guess what? My reaction brought a nasty motherfucker out. Nasty. I said, oh shit. Yo, to anybody else, that shit probably would have crumbled him, had him commit suicide, whatever the fuck. But you know what? God already showed me all the above. The shit I've been through, you can't understand, motherfucker. Homeless in the streets and all that, man. As a child, running from these raggedy ass foster homes they leave you up in. 80% of them did drugs. Fuck you, like, yo, man. So later on in life, for you to act funny, bitch, I've been conditioned to knock you the fuck out when I see you, man. Not wait for no hug. That's growth to still want a hug.
Yeah.
Nah, I done been through too much pain to just turn this shit over into a hug, but I still wanted to do it anyway. The desire to want to believe. And that was the perfect thing to do. God had me express that shit because that's how I felt. And to a nurturing mother, she would have understood. But the raggedy, selfish bitch, that bitch shot back real quick. Got you. Don't never call me again. That's when I wrote that song, man. Word up, man. I wrote that song, I Hate You.
Then after that, did she ever reach out again?
She always reach out, man. She always reach out. Who give a fuck though, fam? Guess what? I finally had got closure. I understood what it was, man. Raw. God had that demon pop out. It wasn't about me ever. It was about same thing that she was up to now, chasing some dude. Married to some dude in North Carolina, got the house. The bitch was sitting there expressing to me before the shit fell out. Yeah, I paid $300 for my lawn care. Who gives a fuck, bitch? But anyhow, that's how it was with my father. Obviously, she was one of them chicks who was just chasing dick. And in their mind of, I want to do so bad. If I tell him I'm pregnant, hopefully he stays. You know what I'm saying? That shit used to be a lot more common than it is nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey,
Even though it is common.
Q, hold on one second. We got a viewer that's going by Pathways of Being that's been engaging with us for most of the second part of this interview. He said, "Thank you. This randomly popped up on my YouTube feed. This honestly saved my life tonight. That's all I want to say. I have a Glock 19 right next to me with a button on it. Man, like
You know
you've
what I'm gonna
been,
say to you? Yo, you know what
please.
I'm saying to you? That's so crazy that God speak like that. I had an interview at a mental health facility. I didn't know to the extreme levels it was. Mind you, you get me? And this was off of this bid. Violent felon, the whole shit. But anyhow, one of the interviewers said to me, because it was a round table type thing. And they said, yo, what if somebody in here had a thought of, you know what I'm saying, dismissing themselves?
Mm,
You get me? What would you say to them? And it was just second nature for me. I say, yo, that's not an option. That's never an option. Because a lot of people look at regular shit that may stress them out. And I'm gonna give you an example: mother, father, sister, family. Without those, or there's a ripple in the pond. People, they motherboard get to acting up or short circuiting. But for me, mother, doorknob, father, table, sister, brother, battery pack. You know what I'm saying? Like random words, man. That shit don't hold the same weight. Does that stop my love for the next individual? Does that stop me from hoping that some magic gonna happen for me tomorrow? Hell no, man. I don't know why it is. I can take a journey to your crib and have an adventure, right? And on
Mhm.
the way home, have just as much of an adventure. Because a lot of people look at what's missing instead of looking at the blessing.
Yeah.
Instead of that one word, as I said, appreciation, man. And guess what? The fucked up thing about nowadays, the more of a good heart you got and you got boundaries, the more people are going to treat you like shit.
Yeah.
I swear to God, man.
Yeah.
So guess what? You not wrong. You are the shining star. Don't ever feel bad because your fucking light outshines others and they feel uncomfortable. Tell them to put some fucking shades on or them to get some high beams they damn self. Then we could see each other. Nah, man. Hell no. Mm-mm. That's never an option, man, because tomorrow is always going to be great. Why? Because you in it, nigga.
Yep.
Fuck out of here, man.
It's as simple as that. Like, just hang in
That's
there.
how this thing go, man. Yo,
Hang in
look,
there.
all jokes aside, like, other than that Foster shit, I got shot in my face.
Damn.
I'm here vibing with you. Big smiles. My head is split from my forehead to the middle of it. I went through a windshield the day I got released, right? For whatever reason, I'm here, family. You understand what I'm saying? For whatever the fuck reason, I am here, man. So I can't. I said it to Heat. When he told me a certain, couple things, I said, God damn, it ain't, put it like this. It ain't been too many things that he told me about his past that I ain't say, oh shit, I've been through that, brother. God damn. Mm. That nigga ain't even tell you. When I seen that nigga and I touched down in Chicago, right? Niggas could have gave each other dap. I literally gave that nigga a hug like an uncle, nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, for real. We pulled up at McDonald's 3 minutes later like we was already related. You get me? Like we was already related, arguing. I don't want that bullshit. He probably eat that sucker shit, man. Go ahead. I'm out of here. Yeah. Come on now.
How do you think your life has changed in the last 5 years, whether it be positive or negative, in your opinion?
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I came home. I went to the parole house. What's crazy is, see, this how life do 360s, man. I just spoke to Disco today. Nigga, I was in the parole house with that I fought at least once a week. Dead ass over anything, man. I come out the bathroom, left my motherfucking body wash. Nigga done took my body wash. I got to go knock on the door and lock ass with him. Yep, nigga, that this shit was still like jail, and it looked like jail. It was the same setup as Hudson. Remember I showed you that shit with the whole they got cages and all. Yo, that shit was fucked up. But we still, when you jailed out, so what? But I ain't gonna hold you, man. I sat in there and again, I started to think I was gonna die soon because I began to look at shit differently. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I began to have the answers. I began to simplify shit. And it was like, yo, I'm finna pass away. I got to be because I'm getting all the answers. Normal shit that I was doing, I didn't feel good with myself. Like, and it was like, what the fuck is going on? But what it was God was beginning to answer my prayers, man, and began me on the transition. So I get out the parole house, go to the little brownstone. While I'm there, I'm in Albany. I meet Amy. She way out in PA. I'm lying. I met her when I was in a parole house before I even moved. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not easy to have a long distance relationship, but to have that and to have that positivity in your ear no matter what. And I'm letting her hear it like, yo, to be able to speak to somebody that never experienced none of this raggedy shit in the hood. At first, she used to think I was exaggerating, from domestic violence shit going on upstairs every fucking night to gunshots outside regularly. In the hood, in the vicinity. Not literally outside the crib, but you understand what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
every fucking day. And I used to tell people, yo, man, it gotta be a world of peace, man. It has to be, man. It gotta be more to life than this shit, man. It gotta be, man. I can't get used to this. Yo, this my nigga, but ain't no guarantee I'm gonna see him tomorrow. You get tired of that shit, man. Straight up, man. Oh, that's the little bro. He dropped the record. Da 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 da. Bah, he got him to now. There go the mural. Damn. Damn, little bro. Murals every fucking where. Like, you get tired of that shit. And it's like, yo, maybe I'm dreaming. Or maybe I am finna pass away. Then out of nowhere, I meet somebody that understand that shit. And actually comes from an environment where that exists.
Mhm.
And make the transition. And yo, you talking about rough around the edges. Man, it ain't been nothing but love. And every step of the way, a motherfucker smile at me, I'm like, yeah, that nigga racist as hell. And we be like, what the fuck are you talking about? He smile. That ain't no regular smile. I remember CO looked like him. Mm-hmm. Motherfucker ain't fucking with me. Yo, that's just my mindset, though. You get me? But guess
Mhm.
what, though? My energy, I've never experienced none of that other shit. I guess they all done fell. Hold on. That nigga ain't here to step on no toes, or, you know what I'm saying? And he could give two fucks about how we feel about his skin color. And, like, for instance, Mother's Day. I had thought her mama and her father and all them, I'm like, all right, they tolerate me. They don't fuck with me like that. So it's Mother's Day. I know how much she loved vibing with her family. So I put my Jesus with the gold teeth. I had to sit down with him, and he told me, you know what, bro? Bring the music. So I brought the music in a 12-pack. And guess what? I swear to God, I sat up on the back porch. Make a long story short, that became where the party was. And yo, normally I ain't never been at her mother and them people crib no more than 11 seconds. I'm out of there. Anytime anything happened, nigga, yep, I'm gone. Listen, I was there until the end. We was the last ones, damn near. Other than, like, no, your daughter, right? We was, but we were. I'm talking about all the way to the end, and I had a great time. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, I said that in that song that I performed. When you opened up, people said hi. He said hello. And he loved the vibe of just being happy, taking it slow. But that happened. But the only way that was gonna happen was when I applied myself, fam, and stopped holding my barriers up. Let my barriers down. That saying that I said a minute ago, that love and be loved back,
Mhm.
I didn't allow myself to be loved back. When you got barriers up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna hug no porcupine, man. No matter how cool and how vibey or whatever you think you is, if you don't allow yourself to be loved, can't nobody hug you, man. You got the defenses up. You know what I'm saying? So to me, in a crazy way, I perceived it as they tolerated me. But I should have understood one thing, that they had genuine love for me. You know, off top, motherfuckers got love for you when they invite you to their church that they really, really go to regularly. I should have
Yeah.
known it then. You know what I'm saying? That showed that right there from day one. Oh, this bigger than all that. So you know what? I don't know you like that, so I'm gonna bring you to the Lord house. That ass. You know what I'm saying? Right then, I'm gonna find out if I know you or not. Or I fuck with you, and that's how it went. But
Shout out to
when
Amy.
you
I,
got
I didn't
your
I
own
didn't know she
barriers
was right
up,
there with you.
yeah, Amy, right? Amy always riding with me. Most of the time, sometimes, unless she got her little attitude. When she had that, that's cause Bedelia done got, she got her Bedelia on. She know how to be Azalea for about uh an hour and a half out of 24 hours. Then the rest is Bedelia.
So what is it like? What is it like for y'all? In y'all relationship dynamic, right? Everything that you went through, it'd be obvious that maybe it might be a little difficult for you to adapt into a relationship where you're trusting somebody, you leaning on somebody to give they 100% when you can't get yours. You know what I mean? Like, how much grace are you giving yourself to grow and exist within your relationship space?
See, I'm open minded, so you know what I mean. I'm a show the loyalty, and I'm willing to communicate about anything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying? Understand things I ain't never experienced and all that. This whole shit is a journey. You know. So, and the last thing that I ever do is hold on to anything. You know what I'm saying? That's um not realistic. Like um insisting on somebody, entertain you.
Mhm.
Let me be the yeah. Nah, man. So I always say little things like, damn, you tired? Lay down. She be like, nah, babe, I'm getting up. Da-da. Nah, you don't got to. As soon as I say shit like that, she be like, well, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't in there with you. I ain't rocking with you. So you know what I mean? It's like, oh
Mhm.
shit. Like the baby syndrome. I'm missing something. But she really like my road dog, man. You can communicate about anything, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it worked, like the yin and the yang.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
She ain't supposed to be rough around the edges. She a sweetheart. So the shit that she be a sweetheart about, I come in with the rough around the edges shit. Now the funny thing is, she know that I'm sensitive as hell on the low. You know what I'm saying? So the parts that I like, for instance, the racist bar I stay fucking with, right? I normally give him a tip. 350 was normally 350. Cut a 6-pack 1150, I give him 15, right? Guess what? Amy go in there and look. She pulled a change out the side door. Yeah.
Exact change.
She giving him exact 1150.
I can't say I
Yeah.
blame her on that.
Yo. The tip? Yeah, stay out of dark alleys. Yeah.
That's valuable information. Shit.
Valuable information. Watch yourself. I seen a rabied cat outside. That's the tip.
Damn.
hmm Pothole round the corner. Yo, Amy ain't giving a tip of nothing, man. I said, Amy, you ain't giving no tip. She said, hell no. For what? I know that lady. Damn. All right.
That's that's a hell of an explanation. I respect
Yo,
that though.
and
I
mind you,
respect that though.
mind you, look. Mind you, we in the grocery store today. Babe, that's the owners of the bar. My response is always the same. Word. Guess what? She ain't say a motherfucking thing. She took that quick swerve and Doogie Howser around. I'm like, and I went right with it. She ain't say a fucking word to them. I ain't giving them no tip, and I ain't got nothing to say to them. Talking about that lady know me. Yeah, I know she do know you. Now I see why, and they see me too now. Damn it! Like, oh, motherfucker ain't even say hello.
What
And
would
I
you
ain't gonna
say?
lie, I would have never thought that was the owners of the bar. They look like pure shit.
Well, damn.
They look like they just comfortable with their cup. They look terrible.
Damn.
Yeah, like the way they came out to the grocery store, like anybody normal, like, yo, please, whatever you touch, please don't touch nothing I want.
Oh,
Please don't touch
damn.
nothing.
Okay. That's wow.
Nothing I want.
That's different
Don't
right
touch
there.
nothing I want. Don't touch nothing no more. Matter of fact, I don't even want nothing no more. I don't even want to go grocery shopping today.
That's fucked up. On
Yeah,
several different levels.
on
What
several different levels.
what would you say is your biggest insecurity?
Oh man. Uh Oh, that's real. Let me dig into my. Oh shit. My biggest insecurity. Ultimately, uh, ending this journey of life the same way as I started, alone. I think that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I want a family, genuine family setting so bad like that. You know what I mean? Where I've always been willing to, as I said, from back in the days, even coming to shoveling snow, I'm gonna lead a team. But it never was about no boss type. That's why my crew to this day. That's why no matter what, people will still pop up and fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
It never was no boss shit. It was I've always wanted that family setting where I was always willing to break bread with the squad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely what I would say. The biggest insecurity for me is ultimately ending this shit alone. You know what I'm saying? Not finding, not creating, not ultimately accomplishing that family and being able to truly enjoy that shit with the fam. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Word up. That's the thing. Yeah. Not going hard enough, not being able to figure this shit out where, because I was able to do this shit for so many years doing the wrong thing, man. And don't get me wrong, at this moment, it's like, yo, you can do the wrong thing so easily and have great fun.
Yeah. You can.
I'm already in a terrible situation where that shit for me is damn near a guarantee I ain't touching the pavement if I ever do touch the pavement again until life ain't even lifing no more. You get what I'm saying? It's just existing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? That ain't something I could gamble any longer. You know what I mean? I already been in this motherfucker my whole life.
Yeah.
One thing I ain't never had a shot at was enjoying life. Never had that. Hey, you know what? Like I said, I don't get gifts, man. Amy, yes, this been a whole nother journey. She shows genuine love that I ain't fully embraced all the way yet. You get what I'm saying? That shit be feeling magical, man. You know what I'm saying? Word. And we'll be making that shit because she's so smooth. What make it worth the journey is, her daughter is the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? And that shit be the yin and the yang. That be the bumpy roads. But every fucking experience with her was crazy. As I ain't had one experience with that girl from anything she's done that I haven't done myself or understand fully as that lonely youngster. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Dead ass. You know what I'm saying? So I understand her. You know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, she has older sisters. She has older sisters, both with vehicles, but she still function like she a foster sister. Yo, watch this. God is my witness. At her sister's birthday, she had she wrote something for her, and it was all magical shit. And every magical thing she said, either before or after, she said, like hypothetically speaking, she say like, I know you my number one sister and that you love me so much, even though you don't come and see me. You know, I miss you crazy and it's your birthday. I wish you the best, even though, you know, um, I'm not gonna see you afterwards, or it's even though I probably gotta wait. You understand what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
that's understood to her. Yo, my sisters, they life be lifing. They don't understand that I'm the underdog, and I really just want to be a little sister. I want to come over there and help you with the dishes. You know what I mean? I want to come over there and vacuum. I want to do girly shit.
Mm-hmm.
I
Or
want to
want y'all to
learn
love
from
on
my,
me.
you know what I mean? I want to learn my sisters how to do girl shit.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna learn that from mommy, who's just her heart is so big that she still plays Roblox with you and shit like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's just we in a different world now, man, where entitlement and perception is a motherfucker, man. And the average child that has a home and good background, man, listen, is still affected by it. Word.
Yeah, for sure. And in the whole stepchild element also is a whole nother layer of everything. I think like it adds magic to your life, right? Because it gives you conflict, you know what I'm saying? And then when you're able to kind of get through whatever it is you get through, it's like it makes everything that much clearer, you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of give you an appreciation for the peace, if you will. But like coming
What's
from
crazy is, see, I don't go through the conflict, man. I'm just giving you observations. Like, for instance, with Azariah, that's the boy.
Mhm.
That's the only boy. You know what I'm saying? And he used to be in, mama's boy, damn it. I never came in with the form. Yo, when I had met him, I popped into his room, right, one day. Um, I popped into it. It was early in the morning. Yo, we got this on video. I popped into his room. Yo, I put on his mother's spandex, right? And pulled them up to my stomach, right? And had on my tank top, right? But I pulled her spandex up to my stomach, right? And he got a leather cowboy hat. I popped into his room, smoking a bogey with the pants up there in the country hat. Woke him up with her video to my, yo, what up? I'm your new stepdaddy. Get up. Yeah, he had a doctor's appointment. I go to the doctor. He was like, yo, I ain't dressed. I said, I don't care. I'm your new stepdaddy. Ain't nothing I ain't seen before. Get up. Yo, his facial expressions was like, nah,
this shit is not
this
happening.
dude crazy. But yeah, man, yo, everybody I come across in life, man, I come with good energy. I don't give a fuck if it was regular street shit. I ain't never came at nobody like, yo, what up, man? I'm 5'5", man. I ain't got no time for that shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
For real though, that just ain't never been my formula, man. I'd rather vibe and laugh. Yo, what up? I ain't got time, yo. All that, yo, then we on different energy. Then we on that energy, ain't nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, hell no.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-mm.
It's about that time. Well,
About that time.
right. But so I got one last question for you.
All right.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Ah, how I made people feel.
I like that.
Yep. That's crazy you asked that last question because, yo, in my cell, I used to have quotes and shit all on my walls and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no pussy or none of that. And anyhow, one of them sayings, man, it said, "What is your dash?" And that is when you look at a tombstone, you see the birth, you see the death, you see whatever phrase they wrote at the bottom. You know what I mean? You see the name. You know what I'm saying? You see whether it's a tombstone, how elegant that is. Is it a mausoleum? Is it a little plaque? You understand? You see all of that shit, and it's so much that's said that's not said. But believe it or not, it is said without no words. And where is it said at? No matter if it's a mausoleum or a fucking plaque on the ground with some flowers laying on it. You observe a whole bunch of things around that without words. But then there's one thing that says all of the above and is right there. Again, I'm asking, what is that?
I don't know.
That explains everything you're experiencing. Not only everything you're experiencing, but who that individual was. Out of that whole situation. Tombstone, plaque, mausoleum, everything. Gold. marble, whatever. One thing, that's the reason and the understanding and the feeling and everything about all the above. That's the dash, man. That dash. Between the year you were born and the date that you died, that dash holds weight, man. That's how you made people feel.
That's
Maya
crazy.
Angelou. People may forget what you said. People may forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And depending on how you made them feel, which is that dash, is how that surrounding is going to be created. The ambience you're going to
Mm-hmm.
feel. Whether it's a fucking plaque or it's a goddamn mausoleum, man. For real. To the point where that your dash might mean so much that a motherfucker create the mausoleum with a plaque next to you waiting, already planned to be right beside you.
Word.
That dash. You got some people floating around in a bottle. That dash, man.
Damn.
So yeah, that's what I want to leave behind.
Okay.
I want to be known for how I made people feel.
Two
Yeah.
two more questions.
Because no
One of
matter
these.
how rough it was, I understood. And I was willing to work with you. Because
Yeah.
ain't nothing perfect. And I ain't experienced nothing yet so bad that I had to say, you know what I mean? I hate you. I don't hate nobody.
Right.
Not even the bitch that gave me away. Even though I got a song called I Hate You. I don't hate that rubberneck bitch. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. You just ain't family. You know what I mean? You'll
Yeah.
never be my space partner. Mm-hmm.
That's saying a lot.
Word up.
That's saying a lot on some real shit. Okay, two more questions.
On some real shit, right?
You're in a room with everybody you ever loved, dead or alive. Who do you run to?
Salute Lounge. Grandma.
Okay.
That's what I run to.
Who runs
Yeah?
to you?
Because she always understood, man. You say who runs to me?
Yeah.
You said dead?
Dead or alive. I mean, hypothetically speaking.
Oh, or alive?
Yeah.
Hold on, ask that question again.
So you're in a room full of everybody you ever loved.
Oh,
Ever,
you
ever,
ever
ever, ever.
loved?
Yep. Ever loved. Ever, 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 ever. So, it could encompass people that are not here anymore. So, we got to include them also. So you say your grandma, that's who you run into, but who's running to you?
Nah, you didn't. I thought you said dead.
It's a hypothetical situation.
I thought you said dead. That's it. So for me, dead or alive, it'd be one person that all the people in the room that you run into,
Mhm.
that you love. Even though she treat me so fucked up, it will be my daughter, because that's my. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who I will run to.
Okay.
Who do I feel will run to me?
Mhm.
The opposite. My grandmother, Salute Lounge.
Okay.
That's who I think would, because she always gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yes, I would still run to my daughter, because that's always been the one and only. And it's like, even though she go, I be knowing her shit, and that shit always affect me. No matter, that shit fuck me up, man. And it's like, yo, I can't become your man. I can't fluctuate these relationships for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And at the same time, I see clearly what the fuck is going on. So I understand why you going through the dumb shit. You ain't really ready to chill.
Yeah.
Then that's the turbulence you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But had I been the old me, nobody give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm automatically on your side. Oh, that's a problem. All right, well, come on. You always got a distraction, whether it be entertainment, fun, whatever else have you. It's some kind of distraction that's going to have a negative result, and ultimately, little nigga gone. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Nah, man. That's ghetto ass shit. Nah. My transition can't be okay when it suits you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
It
That's real.
can't be to the point where, nah, I gotta cut corners and all this other shit to appease you. And then that show you I'm rocking for you.
Right.
If not, then you know I chose another family. No, nigga, we not fucking. You my child. Yeah. If we was fucking and you weren't my child, then we have a different kind of understanding. Maybe we share a child together. But the conversation you and I having, no, that's social media. That's your mother and whatever, understanding y'all got. It's not an option for me to be your father. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not here to be your fucking friend. And it's so much in life you don't know about me that I never did tell you because it would fuck you up. No real father is gonna give their child pain that they father done endured. So now I'm gonna make this a part of your life. I'm not gonna do that shit. So I'd rather either not mention it, you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or wait till the time is right to mention it. But in between time, I've been your age before. You never been mine. I'm not gonna be the fool that you could walk all over like how these kids do to the average parent nowadays because I don't agree with what you're saying. No, man. I'm not gonna agree with the fuck you saying, and I'm not trying to be accepted by you, motherfucker, because I don't need permission to be your father. All that new 2025 shit. Shut the fuck up, man.
That's real.
Word up. I'll block you. You can't block me. Ever. God damn it. You can't block me. I'm your father. I pop up any fucking where if I feel like it. The fuck is you talking about? Like, that's where these kids be wrong because the average parent ain't willing to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Average parent ain't willing to say, hold up, man. God damn it. I'm the parent around here. Shut the fuck up, man. Give a fuck you mad at me. Give a fuck your feelings hurt. I'm tired of my feelings being hurt.
Yeah, that's what
Because
it
I'm
is.
thinking, let me look at the
Fucking
bigger picture.
feelings.
No, the bigger picture don't work for you. The more I allow you to rock out, the more you think that's how it goes. No, man. Because my feelings being hurt, that don't mean I'm weak. That mean that this ain't 87. I'd have knocked the shit out you, man. And the police would have understood it. Your teacher would have understood it. Fuck out of here, man.
And the
Nah,
police would have
not gonna make
understood
me
it. It's
feel bad.
crazy.
Yeah, that's the truth. So nah, man. Mm-mm. Oh,
Okay. Last question.
that's what parents need to learn to do, man. Knock the shit out your kids. Let's get
That
that going. Let's get that
that
momentum
should have
going.
been the sign
And
out.
therefore, I promise
That
you ain't going to jail. Yeah, that's
that
the
should have been the
best
sign out
advice
for
I
this
can fucking
episode.
give somebody. Knock the shit out your kid. They don't need to knock a tooth out, but open hand, slap the dog shit out of them. I'm talking about where you get that wet lip sound. You know that yeah, that one. I'm
Okay.
telling you that's gonna build relationships. That will build relationships in 2025.
Yeah, because
Yep.
you'll eliminate a lot of the underlying fuck shit. Absolutely.
Yo, just like a old school mousetrap. That shit hold
That's
weight.
that's permanent.
No
That is
word spoken.
yes, exclamation point.
And that shit's so simple. No matter what, guess what? No matter how simple it is and how complex we is, you put your hand in the wrong cabinet or you just want to be slick, guess what? We all still get it. That's what
Yep.
these kids need.
Yep.
A dose to slap the shit out you. And I swear they'd be like, oh my God, mommy, I love you. Do you know I made breakfast for you? What kind of breakfast? Boiled eggs? All right, love you. Yeah, that's what you get.
Damn.
You know what you get? Mommy, wake up. I want breakfast. Mommy, wake up. I want breakfast. Mommy, get up. I got boiled eggs, mommy.
I don't want no
Mommy,
fucking boiled
sleep.
eggs though. Straight up. Okay.
I'm
The
just saying,
last.
though, that's simplified. You
God
get
damn
me?
it, Q.
Brother telling the little sister, shh, mommy sleeping. Yeah, they don't want that. Yeah.
All right, we got to get out
Mother
of
get
here.
real nice. Lay down and throw the slip around the corner, sting you in the back of the neck, bop, while sleeping.
Your ass is still
Yeah.
talking. We got to get out of here. So this the last question. This is it. What does love, peace, and understanding mean to you?
Good energy. Good energy. An open mind. Um, and no ulterior motives. Yep.
I'll take it.
Just be you and glide, man. That's it. If you glide, man, I'm telling I don't know how to explain it. It's just like when they taught you when you was little. You don't know how to swim? Hold your breath and just float. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do in life sometimes.
Yeah.
Acting like you know it all.
Just fucking
Mm.
float. All
I
right,
don't
tell the
know it
people.
all. Yeah, it's time to pedal, but sometimes you gotta be able to accept I don't know it all. Some people be too, I don't know what the word is for it at this moment, but yo, some people, can't say. They don't have the ability to say, like I do that with Heat. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, brother. I do that with IKS. Appreciate you. I do that with Amy. You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to, as an adult, I'm gonna say a man or woman, but as an adult, to be able to say, you know what, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And not only am I gonna admit that I don't know, but I'm gonna call a friend of mine and express I don't know and ask, can they help me out?
Is that being vulnerable? I guess
That ain't vulnerable.
that being
See, that's what I'm
transparent. I don't
saying.
know what the
All this
fuck.
adult, this 2025 shit is a diagnosis. You know what it's called? It's called being you. The true nature of you and not making shit complex. Back to like shit was when you was a kid. We made shit complex. But back then it was simple as this, whether I like you or you don't. And what's funny is, to some, this is a cup half empty, half full type scenario. Because to some, they would say, oh, that's some immature shit. But ultimately, when you get older, to the ultimate maturity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life becomes simple again. You go to grandma, man, I swear to God, yo, I'm going through such and such and such. That's what grandma say from the kitchen. Well, why don't you just leave it in? Damn it. Get in your car and go. The hell you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Grandfather kick out from the back. You know she ain't like you from before, man, when she kicked the damn windshield out. Dummy. What it is you're timid, just like you was when you was a little kid. That's why you
Oh.
still don't know how to ride a bike. Use a pump. Use a sucker. Yeah, you know how it go. That's what we used to tell the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, man. You know what I mean?
You
Stop having
always
these
got a you
households where
always
you
got
look
an
at the
amazing
screen.
way to put shit. Like you always got an amazing way to put shit. I fuck with you. If not just for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
tell
Appreciate you,
tell
Nash.
tell motherfuckers how to get in contact with you.
Well, guess what though, man? That's the cold thing about me, man. You see, I use your slang. That's what's cold, man. You'll get a hold of me at any time, 24 hours a day between 8 and 8:30 p.m. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that again. You can get a hold of me at any time, 24 hours a day between 8 and 8:30 p.m. And that is always at overdose.com, overdose.com, overdose, and every other platform alongside a platform. You get what I'm saying? So talk about it, don't be about it. Keep it all good energy. Don't do nothing wrong. Just do the right thing. Laugh and giggle yourself to a bag.
Giggle
Hug your
yourself
children.
to a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Reach out to that little snotty nosed badass kid you got and just gonna give him a hug for no reason, then put him on punishment. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. Straight
That's
the
what
fuck up.
that's what life is all about.
Randomly.
Confusing the shit out
Mm-hmm.
of children. Absolutely.
Yo, and just for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And then don't mention it the next morning and see how militant they is. Yeah, bro. That's what you do.
That's
Just
fucked
to
up.
keep this shit going. You don't remember that game Boggle? That's what you gotta do. I'm telling you, try that shit tonight. Give your son or your daughter, whatever, man, big ass hug. And then just tell them they on punishment for some shit that, yeah, I know what you did. And go into your room. And then don't say nothing. Go to sleep. and just had him thinking like, fuck I
What
did.
the fuck is
And in the morning,
happening?
hey, guess what you just did? You just mind fucked them out of a great morning. Even if they fronting, they kissing hella ass. Hey, hey. My
That's
nigga gonna
terrible.
say nothing. Yeah, let's keep them on that.
Shout out
Mhm.
to shout out to everybody that was in the comments tonight. We appreciate the engagement. Shout out to Steph, JK, and was it Pathways to Recovery or Pathways to Recovery? Hang in there, for real. Tomorrow's a different day.
Shout out Heat Detective. He was
Go with
back there.
peace.
You know,
Give yourself some
he was
grace.
playing Tetris. Yeah, he was back playing Tetris the whole time.
He probably was for real. All right,
Yep,
we gonna
or that
call this
bubble
one.
game.
We're gonna call this one, everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging in there.
Yep.
Please like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Unwrap is in the building. In the words of Avon Barksdale, keep it light, keep it.